Hi, friends. Welcome to day 17 of Bible in a Year reading. We're in Genesis 16 through 18 today. And we jump into reading about Hagar, the Egyptian maidservant. And what we have happening here is the promise was delivered to Abram that he would have a descendant from his own body that would he would be the father of many, too numerous to count. Well, in the waiting, there's impatience. And how often does that happen in all of our lives? As we're waiting for a promise, we become impatient in the waiting. Well, this happened. Sarah becomes impatient. She realizes her age is just not a great childbearing age. And so she comes up with this idea that she's going to give her Egyptian maidservant to her husband, and that maidservant will bear him a child. And then all the goodness can come through that child. But that wasn't God's promise to them. It wasn't going to come from a servant. Yet God still blesses. He doesn't overlook Hagar, even though she wasn't meant in his plan, his scheme, to be the one to bear the child of the covenant. He still works within what man attempts to do, and he blesses and he sees Hagar. And that to me is so meaningful. There is no one that God doesn't see in their pain. She was not with her people. She was given as a gift to Sarai from Pharaoh. Her people were far from her. She had nowhere to go. No one who saw her truly saw her for who she was. And so she flees because Sarai becomes jealous of her pregnancy, and Hagar flees to the desert. She is alone and has nowhere to go. But God shows up. An angel of the Lord appears to her. He sees her and he tells her that he's going to increase her descendants, that they will be too numerous to count. And that he says, you are now with a child and you will have a son and you will call him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard your misery. That kind of sounds familiar to what we see with Mary in the New Testament. So the Lord sees Hagar's heart. He sees her in her misery and he lets her know she's seen. And that's so important, to the point that she is willing to return bravely back to the hand of her mistress who abused her, and gives the Lord a name. She gave him this name: you are the God who sees me. I have now seen the one who sees me. And that gives her courage to go forward. God doesn't overlook any of us. What stood out to you in your reading today? Let's learn and grow in God's word together.